हेलो एवरीवन। देखिए, आज मैं आप लोगों को बताऊंगा अबाउट 100 ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस ऑफ कंक्रीट टेक्नोलॉजी एंड आरसीसी, दोनों का ही मिला के मैं बता रहा हूँ। ठीक है, तो चलिए शुरू कर लेते हैं। पहला क्वेश्चन है, द टेम्परेचर रीइंफोर्समेंट इन द वर्टिकल स्लैब ऑफ ए टी शेपेड आरसी रिटेनिंग वॉल इज, कहाँ पे प्रोवाइड किया जाता है? इट इज़ प्रोवाइडेड मोर, not needed, provided equally, provided more on inner face than on outer than on front face, provided more on front face. It is provided more on the inner face than on front face. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, डायगोनल टेंशन इन ए बीम, the diagonal tension it increases below the neutral axis and decreases above the, ऊपर डिक्रीज हो जाएगा, नीचे इंक्रीज हो जाएगी। ठीक है, इसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, अकॉर्डिंग टू IS 456/1978 द column or strut is the member whose effective length is greater than 3 times the least lateral dimension. Next, when shear stress exceeds the permissible limit in a slab, then it is reduced by, how it is reduced? If it is reduced by increasing the depth. The diameter of a ties in a column should be more than 5 mm and also more than 1/4 of the diameter of the main bar. Next question is, in counterfort retaining wall, the main reinforcements in the stem at support, स्टेम में पूछ रहा है। देखिए, तीन चीज़ें हैं, स्टेम, हिलन, दी अपस्टैंडिंग टी शेपेड कॉलम। तो उसमें क्या होगा, जो स्टेम है, स्टेम में इट इज़ प्रोवाइडेड, और पूछ रहा है स्टेम के कहाँ पे, सपोर्ट में। तो सपोर्ट में हम कहाँ प्रोवाइड करेंगे? इट विल बी प्रोवाइडेड ओनली ऑन दी इनर फेस। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, due to shrinkage stresses, a simply supported beam having reinforcement only at the bottom tends to deflect downward. Next question, the purpose of reinforcements in pre-stressed concrete is to impart initial compressive stress in concrete. Next question is, select the correct statement. Young's modulus of elasticity of high tensile steel is nearly the same as that of the mild steel. Elastic modulus of high tensile steel is more than that of the mild steel. Carbon percentage in high carbon steel is less than that in high tensile steel is cheaper than mild steel. इसकी आंसर है, इलास्टिक मॉडुलस ऑफ हाई टेंजाइल स्टील इज नियरली द सेम। कोई भी स्टील हो, चाहे माइल्ड स्टील हो, चाहे ये हाई HOSD बार्स हो, सबके यंग्स मॉडुलस लगभग सेम है। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, टू मिनिमाइज द इफेक्ट ऑफ द डिफरेंशियल सेटलमेंट द एरिया ऑफ द फुटिंग शुड बी डिजाइन फॉर डेड लोड एज वेल एज फ्रैक्शंस ऑफ द लाइव लोड। ड्यू टू circumferential action of the spiral in a spirally reinforced concrete, capacity of column is decreased, ductility of column reduces, capacity of column is reduces, but ductility of column increases. Both the capacity and ductility of column, capacity as well as ductility of the column, it increases. For concrete of heavily reinforced section with vibration, the workability of concrete at compaction factor should be above 0.92. Workability of concrete is directly proportional to, it is directly proportional to the grading of aggregates. Next is, which of the following statement is incorrect? The incorrect statement is, number of longitudinal bars provided in a circular column should not be less than, ये 6 होना चाहिए, यहाँ पे 4 दे के रखा है। ठीक है, उसके बाद क्रिटिकल सेक्शन फॉर शियर इन द केस ऑफ फैट स्लैब इज एट डिस्टेंस ऑफ b/2 फ्रॉम द पेरिफेरी ऑफ द कॉलम या कैपिटल या ड्रॉप पैनल। नेक्स्ट इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट, Incorrect statement is none of this. Next question is Marcus correction factor which is obtained by Grasshopp's Rankine's theory is always less than 1. In a counterfort retaining wall, the main reinforcement is provided at bottom face in front counterfeit. In the front counterfort, it is provided at the bottom face and on the inclined face in the back counterfort. Option number C. Next question is for the construction of structures in seawater, the cement generally preferred to is for this seawater we will be using Portland Pajorna cement. Next question is curing of pavements, floors, roofs and slab is done by ponding method. Next question is the centroid of compression from the extreme compression fiber is 0.416. Next है in symmetrically reinforced section shrinkage stays in concrete and steel. Shrinkage जो है वो ऑपोजिट होते हैं हमेशा. इन कंक्रीट में कंप्रेशन होते हैं तो हम लोग टेंजाइल लेंगे और स्टील में टेंजाइल होते हैं तो कंप्रेशन लेंगे. नेक्स्ट which of the following has high टेंजाइल स्ट्रेंथ. सबसे ज़्यादा टेंजाइल स्ट्रेंथ होगा कोल्ड ड्रॉन वार्ड्स में. Next, pick up the incorrect statement from the following. The phenomenon by virtue of which cement does not allow transmission of sound is called soundness of cement. साउंड के साथ कोई रिलेटेड नहीं है साउंडनेस, क्योंकि साउंडनेस का मतलब है कितना इंक्रीज इन वॉल्यूम होगा. इट मीन्स नोन एज साउंडनेस. कंक्रीट गेन्स स्ट्रेंथ ड्यू टू हाइड्रेशन ऑफ सीमेंट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज to determine the modulus of rupture, the size of the test specimen is 150 mm by 150 mm by 700 mm. Next is incorrect statement from the following. Admixtures accelerate hydration. कोई भी ऐसा मतलब admixture नहीं है तो hydration process को accelerate करते हैं. This is the incorrect statement. Next question is for a reinforced concrete section, the shape of shear stress diagram is parabolic above neutral axis and straight above neutral axis, below neutral axis. Next question is allowable shear strength of concrete depend upon shear strength of concrete depend upon the shear strength. Next question is in the slump test each layer of concrete is compacted by steel of 60 cm long and 16 mm diameter by 25 bar 25 times. The individual variation between test strength of samples should not be more than the 15% of average. Next question is incorrect statement. The incorrect statement is cement and standard sand mortar are mixed in the ratio. देखिए सीमेंट और सैंड जो है लाइम जो है वो मिक्स किया जाता है 1:3 रेशियो में, नॉट सीमेंट एंड सैंड. Lime and sand is 1:3. For the construction of cement concrete, then the permissible size of aggregate is 40 mm. Next is the load carrying capacity of a helically reinforced column as compared to that of the tied column is 5% more for the helically reinforced column. Next is to hydrate 500 kg of cement fully in a full water needed is 130 kg. Next question is in counterfort retaining wall the main reinforcement in the stem at mid span. At the mid span it is provided at the top, means it is provided in the front face only. Next question is under normal conditions using an ordinary cement the period of removal of the formwork is all of the above, 14 days, 7 days and 21 days. The minimum cover in slab should neither be less than the diameter of the bar nor less than the, in the case of slab it is 15 mm. Next is the average permissible stress in bond for plain bars in tension is, it is increased by 25% for bars in compression. For the construction of the thin RCC structure the type of cement to be provided is RCC. For the RCC structure the cement to be avoided is blast furnace slag cement. Next, which of the following RC retaining wall is suitable for the height beyond 6 meter counterfort retaining wall? Which for batching 1:3:6 it will be 105 and liter of sand and 210 liter of aggregates. Next question is a concrete using an air entrained cement is more plastic and more workable. In the counterfort, the main reinforcement is provided on the bottom face near the counterfort and it is provided on the top face near the center of the span. Next, pick up the correct statement from the following. None of this. Next question है, the surface where two successive placement of concrete meet is known as construction joints. Next, a beam curved in plan is designed for bending moment, shear and torsion all. Next question is, high carbon content in the steel causes brittleness, decrease in ductility but increase in tensile strength. Option number B. Next question is, if the engineer in charge approves the 10 cubes may be used for the work test of concrete provided maximum nominal size of aggregate does not exceed 20 centimeter. Next question is, ultimate strength of cold drawn high steel wires decreases with the increase, their strength decreases with the increase in the diameter of the wire. Next question is, the cement whose strength is a little lower than the order during the first cement but attains afterward the same strength is known as, such kind of cement is known as low heat Portland cement. The dimension of a 35 liter forma is length is 27, breadth is 27 and height is 48. Volume निकालेंगे तो 35 लीटर से आ जाएगा. Ratio of the permissible stress in direct compression and bending stress is less than 1. In the T-shaped RC retaining wall, the main reinforcement steam is provided on the inner face in one direction. According to ISI, the maximum depth of stress block for balance section is 0.43 times of D. Next is, internal friction angle between the ingredients of concrete is decreased by using rich mix. No, it is decreased. Friction is decreased by using more water and coarse aggregate. In the pre-stressed concrete, force of tension and compression remain unchanged but lever changes with the moment. If the effective plan of the warehouse is the maximum height of pile is 270, the number of cement bags to be stored is 2700 bags. For preparation of ordinary concrete, the quantity of water used is 5% by weight of aggregate plus 30% of weight of cement. Next question is, final grinding of cement. It leads to only affects the early development of strength. Final grinding के साथ early development है, ultimate strength का कोई लेना देना नहीं है. Next question is, the light weight aggregates are obtained from, जैसे pumice stone, they are obtained from volcanic source. A wall column and vertical faces of the formwork is generally removed after 24 to 48 hours. Next question is, for given workability, the grading required for the least amount of water is one that gives us greatest surface area for the given cement and aggregate. Minimum pitch of transverse reinforcement in a column is lesser of the all the six is lesser of the above three values. Next question is, an aggregate is said to be the cyclopean aggregate if its size is more than 75 mm. Next question है, in counterfort type retaining wall, the vertical slab is designed as a continuous slab as well as hill slab is also designed as a continuous slab. Option is A. Next question is, the average compressive strength is 4000 kg per centimeter and the standard deviation is 500. The coefficient of variation is 12.5%. Next question is, the effect of creep on modular ratio is to increase it. Modular ratio or creep दोनों ही increase होते हैं, to increase it directly proportional होता है modular ratio और creep. The type of aggregate not suitable for high stand for pavement subjected to tension is rounded aggregates are not at all suitable. Next question is, the common name of white and colored cement in India is colocrete, silvicrete, snow and all of the above. Next question is, 28 days strength of mass concrete using aggregate of maximum size 5 cm for gravity dam should be below 200 kg per centimeter. Next, as compared to ordinary Portland cement, high alumina cement is having the higher initial setting time but lower final setting time. Next question is, its answer is 0.3 times of the P plus 0.1 times of the Y plus the 0.01 Z is a water cement ratio to the P. Next question is, factor of safety for steel is based on yield stress, बिल्कुल सही, और factor of safety for concrete is based on ultimate, so 1 and 4, option number B. Next question is, the answer will be, the fineness modulus of the aggregate is 7.40. Next question is, for a longitudinal reinforcing bar in a column, the minimum cover should be less than the diameter, not less than 40 mm. Next question is, the main reason for providing number of reinforcing bars at a support in a simply supported is to resist in that zone bond stress. Next, the entrained air in concrete increases the workability. Next question is, according to IS4, the flexural strength of concrete is directly proportional to 0.7 times of root of FCK, so square root of the compressive strength. The limit of percentage of the longitudinal reinforcement in a column is 0.8 to 6%. Next is, according to White-Knit theory, the depth of the stress block is 0.537 times of the White-Knit theory के हिसाब से. If the grading curve is horizontal between the portion of 20 mm IS section 4.7, the graded aggregate do not contain all of the above. Next question is, most common method of pre-stress use perfect reproduction is long line method. उसके बाद next question है, CRRI Central Road Research Institute charts are obtained to obtain a relationship strength of concrete and water cement ratio. Next question is, for the designing of retaining wall, the minimum factor of safety against overturning is taken as 2. Next, if the depth of moist sand in a cylinder is 15 cm and the depth of the sand when fully inundated with water is 12 cm, the bulking of the sand, moist sand is 25%. Next question is, if the foundation of all the columns of a structure are designed on the total live and dead load basis, then the settlement of the exterior columns will be more than that of the interior columns. Next question, sawdust can be rendered chemically inert by boiling it in water containing FeSu, ferrous sulfate. Next question is, a concrete having a slump of 6.5 cm is said to be plastic. Next question is, shrinkage of concrete depends upon humidity and passage of time. Option number 1 and 2, so A. Next question is, to obtain a very high strength concrete, use very fine granite, सबसे hardest. Which of the following laws of pre-stress occurs only in pre-tensioning but not in post-tensioning? Is elastic shortening of concrete occurs in pre-tensioning but not in post-tensioning. Next question is, the type of aggregate of same nominal size which contain less point when compacted are rounded spherical. Next question is pre-stress loss due to friction occurs only in post-tension beams, not in pre-tension. As compared to ordinary Portland cement, use of pozzolana cement, because of the use of pozzolana cement, it increases shrinkage. Next question is the preliminary test is repeated if the difference of compressive strength of 3 tests exceeds 15 kg per centimeter square. Next question is the maximum reinforcement in a column is 6%. Next question is the impurity of mixing water which affects the setting time and strength of concrete is sodium carbonate and bicarbonate. Next question is if the size of a panel of a flat slab is 6 by 6, then the column stripe and middle stripe is 3 by 3 half. Next question is the concrete mix which causes difficulty in obtaining a smooth finish possesses hardness, the harshness. While designing the pile as a column, the end conditions are nearly one end fixed and other end hinge. ठीक है, तो बस आज के लिए इतना ही था. टोटल 100 क्वेश्चंस बता दिया मैंने आप लोगों को. बाकी आप लोगों को किसी भी तरह ये सब क्वेश्चंस को बाय हार्ट करना है, याद करना है. ठीक है, और अगर आप लोगों को पसंद आया हो प्लीज़ लाइक द वीडियो एंड सब्सक्राइब द चैनल एज वेल इफ़ यू हैव नॉट सब्सक्राइब्ड येट, and share as much as possible. Thanks for watching the channel. Okay.